everyone! Welcome to Everyday English with Johnny. I'm Johnny, your friend and guide to speaking English with confidence, ease, and a big smile. I'm thrilled to be joined today by my amazing co-host, Rose.
Hi everyone, I'm Rose, and I'm so excited to be here with Johnny to help you make English learning fun, practical, and truly meaningful. Whether you're a beginner or already chatting in English, we've got something special for you today.
Have you ever felt like you know English words and grammar, but something's still missing in your conversations? Maybe you don't get the jokes, or you feel like people don't fully understand you. Today, we're diving into the secret layer of English fluency, cultural nuances.
Absolutely, Johnny. It's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it and the cultural context behind it. In this episode, we'll decode the hidden cues that make English conversations authentic, from body language to humor. We'll share our own stories and give you practical tools to sound like a native. So, grab a notebook or just listen closely, and let's unlock your English fluency.
Let's start with a story. Growing up in Brazil, I learned English from textbooks and movies. I thought I was ready to chat with native speakers, but on my first trip to the US, I was confused. Someone said, "Nice job, Johnny," with a big smile, but their tone sounded sarcastic. I didn't know how to respond. That's when I realized knowing words isn't enough. You need to understand the culture, too.
Oh, I've been there. When I moved to an English-speaking country, I could speak fluently, but small talk threw me off. At a party, someone asked, "How's it going?" And I gave a long, serious answer about my day. Everyone looked awkward. I learned later that small talk is light and casual in English-speaking cultures. Understanding these cultural cues made my conversations so much smoother.
Exactly. Fluency isn't just about grammar or vocabulary. It's about connecting with people in a way that feels natural. Today, we'll explore the invisible language of culture, like body language, social rules, and humor, and show you how to use them to sound authentic. Let's dive in.
Many English learners say, "I know the words, but I still feel misunderstood." That's because English isn't just a language, it's a culture. Cultural nuances are like an invisible layer that shapes how people communicate.
For example, in Brazil, I was used to warm, expressive conversations with lots of gestures. But in the US, I noticed people kept more personal space and used less eye contact. I thought they were being cold, but it was just a cultural difference. Ignoring these cues can make you feel disconnected even if your English is good.
It can also affect your confidence. If you miss a joke or misread someone's tone, you might feel left out. That's why understanding cultural nuances is the key to true fluency. It helps you connect deeply and sound authentic. Let's start with one big area: nonverbal cues.
Nonverbal cues like body language are huge in English-speaking cultures. Let's talk about body language, especially in American culture. For example, eye contact shows confidence and attention. When I first met Americans, I didn't make much eye contact because it felt intense in my culture, but they thought I was shy or uninterested.
That's so true. In American culture, steady eye contact during a conversation says, "I'm listening." But in some cultures, too much eye contact feels rude. Another big one is personal space. Americans tend to stand about an arm's length apart when talking. I once stood too close to a friend and they stepped back. I didn't realize it was a cultural thing.
Another cue is silence. In some cultures, silence in a conversation is thoughtful, but in American culture, it can feel awkward. I learned to fill silences with small talk, like, "Nice weather today." Try it. Nice weather today. Say it. Nice weather today.
Tone and intonation are also huge. The same phrase can mean different things depending on how you say it. For example, saying, "That's great," with a flat tone might sound sarcastic, but with excitement, it's genuine. I learned this when a coworker said, "Sure, no problem," but their tone meant, "I'm not happy about this." Try it. That's great. Say it with enthusiasm. That's great.
Shadowing these tones helps you sound natural. Watch a movie scene and copy how actors say, "I'm so excited." It's like learning the melody of English. Let's move on to navigating social conversations.
Social conversations in English have unwritten rules, and understanding them makes you sound fluent. Let's start with small talk. In English-speaking cultures, small talk is light and casual. Topics like weather, sports, or weekend plans are common. I learned to say, "How's your weekend going?" instead of diving into deep topics right away.
I struggled with this. In Brazil, we talk about personal stuff quickly, but in the US, I noticed people stick to safe topics at first. Like, "Did you watch the game?" Try it. "Did you watch the game?" Say it. "Did you watch the game?"
Another rule is direct versus indirect communication. In American culture, people are often direct, saying, "I don't agree," clearly. But in British culture, they might say, "I'm not sure that's the best idea," which is more polite and indirect. I missed this once and thought someone agreed with me when they didn't.
That's called reading between the lines. You have to listen for hints. For example, if someone says, "Maybe we can try that," they might mean, "I don't like that idea." Practice listening to tone and context to catch these cues.
Apologies and compliments also vary. In American culture, people say sorry a lot, even for small things like bumping into someone. I learned to say, "Oh, sorry," when I accidentally cut in line. Try it. "Oh, sorry." Say it. "Oh, sorry."
Compliments are big too. Americans often give compliments freely, like, "I love your shirt." But in some cultures, too many compliments feel insincere. I learned to respond with, "Thanks, I appreciate that." Try it. "Thanks, I appreciate that."
Let's talk about humor, sarcasm, and idioms. These can be tricky. Idioms are phrases that don't mean what the words say, like "kick the bucket" for dying. I once heard, "It's raining cats and dogs," and thought it was literal. It just means heavy rain.
Idioms can fall flat if you take them literally. Another one is "spill the beans," meaning to reveal a secret. I used it with a friend saying, "Come on, spill the beans," and it made them laugh. Try it. Spill the beans. Say it. Spill the beans.
American humor often includes self-deprecation, like saying, "I'm terrible at this," to be funny, or irony, where the opposite is meant. I once missed an ironic comment, "Great weather, huh?" during a storm and nodded seriously. Now I laugh along. Sarcasm is another challenge. Someone might say, "Wow, you're so organized," but mean the opposite if your desk is messy. Listen for a playful or exaggerated tone to spot sarcasm. I practiced by watching shows like The Office, where sarcasm is everywhere.
Pop culture references are big too. In Friends, they say, "How you doing?" as a funny pickup line. I use it with friends and it got laughs. Try it. "How you doing?" Say it. "How you doing?" Watching shows helps you catch these references.
Now, let's build your fluency toolkit to apply these cultural nuances. First, active listening goes beyond words. Pay attention to pauses, tone, and emotions. When I listened closely to a friend's tone, I noticed they said I'm fine, but sounded upset, so I asked, "Are you sure?"
Strategic observation is key too. Watch how people interact in English-speaking settings. I watched baristas at a cafe and noticed they use small talk like, "How's your day going?" Try it. How's your day going? Say it. How's your day going?
To practice cultural awareness, use these cues in real life. Start small. Say, "Nice weather today" to a coworker and watch their response. I tried this at a store and the cashier smiled and chatted back. It made me feel connected.
Another tip, join online communities. On platforms like Tandem or Reddit, you can chat with native speakers and observe their tone and humor. I learned to say, "That's hilarious" in a group chat, and it felt so natural. Try it. That's hilarious.
You can also shadow cultural phrases. Watch a sitcom and repeat lines like, "I'm so sorry," with the same tone. I shadowed Brooklyn Nine-Nine lines and it helped me sound playful and fluent. Try it. "I'm so sorry." Say it, "I'm so sorry."
Let's share a story to inspire you. My friend Lucas was fluent in English, but felt like an outsider in conversations. He started watching The Office and noticed how characters use sarcasm and small talk. At a party, he said, "Nice shirt, where'd you get it?" and sparked a fun chat. He told me, "Johnny, understanding culture made me feel like I belonged."
That's so inspiring. My cousin Mia struggled with American humor. She took idioms literally, like break a leg for good luck. She joined a language exchange on HelloTalk and practiced phrases like, "You're killing it," with native speakers. At her job, she used it and got high fives from coworkers. She said, "Rose, cultural cues turned my English into magic."
These stories show that cultural nuances are the secret sauce to fluency. You don't need to know every rule, just practice a few cues daily and you'll connect with people like a native.
Wow, we've covered so much today. Let's recap. Fluency isn't just words. It's understanding cultural nuances like body language, small talk, and humor. Use eye contact and keep personal space in American conversations. Master small talk with phrases like, "How's your weekend?" and listen for indirect meanings or sarcasm.
Practice idioms like "spill the beans" and humor like "how you doing?" Actively listen to tone and emotions. Observe native speakers in shows or real life and use phrases in daily chats. Shadow lines like, "That's hilarious." Try it. That's hilarious.
Join online communities to practice cultural cues and watch shows like Friends to learn humor. Every small talk, compliment, or joke you try brings you closer to authentic English. Your accent and style are unique. Embrace them as you connect with others.
Imagine chatting with friends, laughing at their sarcasm, or giving a compliment that lights up the room. That's the fluency you're building, and we know you can do it. Thanks for joining us on Everyday English with Johnny. What's one cultural cue you'll try this week? Share your stories in the comments below, and let's inspire each other.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep unlocking English. You're on your way to true fluency. Bye, everyone.
See you soon.